Skylanders Giants tier list. Here we go. So I did one for the previous game, Spyro's Adventure, and now it's time for Giants. Let's waste no time. Let's get into it. Here we have Crusher. Okay, so as a kid, I didn't use this guy very often. I don't know why, but as of today, this guy is going in A tier. Now, I think he has a cool design, but his moveset is incredible. First of all, his main move with the hammer he has is incredible. It crushes everything, hence the name. So he does a good job at living up to his name. But he has one move in particular, which I think is one of the best moves of any Skylander ever, and that's his green stone vision, where he just fries everything in sight and turns it into stone, and then you can just crush it. It's a no-brainer. I mean, it paralyzes anything, and then you have an opportunity to kill it instantly. So that's a great move. And then he has a move where he can break out into many pieces of stone and explode, which that's a great move when you're surrounded by stuff, but that's the only situation it's really good in. So that's a move I kind of use on the lesser end of the spectrum because I don't find myself surrounded very much, but if I am in a pinch, I'm going to use that move. So A tier for this guy, he's great all around. Just amazing. Like, not quite S tier, but I might move him up. Because like I said in my previous video, when I see everything all together, sometimes I realize, oh, I actually do like this guy more than that guy, or I like this guy less than that guy. So we'll have to see how he ranks up next to everybody else. But as of right now, he's going super high A tier. And like I said, its design, I like the glowing rocks. It really rounds out the design very well. It adds important color. Otherwise, he'd be super boring and dull. So those crystals were a great choice. Next up is Hot Dog. As a kid, I liked this guy a lot, and it was mainly for the design, because I loved, animals and dogs, and I still do. But for a Skylander, this guy is not the greatest. Now, his design's amazing. His voice is hilarious. But his moves are kind of mid. He has interesting moves. He has the fireball out of his mouth, and then he has a combo where he shoots one out of his tail. He has a firewall. Overall, he's going to go in a low B tier. His design really saves him from being a C tier. As of today, I don't use him very often, because he's not a very great Skylander to use. Other than that, he's pretty good. If his moves were easier to... Well, not easier. If they were smoother, and if they flowed better, and if they had a better rate of damage, then I think he'd be good. But overall, I'm never going to put him on to actually get me through the game. I'm going to put him on just for some fun to have, watching that guy flail around fire and say, hot dog, Other than that, he's decent. He's not bad at all. You're not going to find any bad Skylanders on this list. You're not. I have stuff to say about, like, Sonic Boom, and Sunburn, but I have nothing bad to say about any of these guys, but you're going to see my opinions on them soon. So next up is T-Rex. That's going to be a great one. I actually like Crusher more than T-Rex. Overall, T-Rex is really good, but I think I used him too much. He's the only giant anybody talks about. It seems. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't hear anybody talking about anybody else except for T-Rex. And that gets a bit annoying sometimes because we have so many amazing Skylanders as well as he's good. He's really good, in fact. But overall, if I'm going to use a bruiser, I'm using him. But I do have to say, I love when giants have mobility moves. The one thing holding this man back is the fact that he has no mobility moves and he's quite slow. T-Rex has a mobility move where he puts his arm in front of him and he moves at a rapid pace. And that's important for a giant. And I think that's very evident here. One thing I don't like is his main move where he smashes with his arm. It's a bit slow. It's a bit clunky. It's not nearly as effective as this guy's hammer. It may be similar in damage, but his hammer move flows so much better. And sometimes it's not all about the damage with the Skylander. It's about how well their moves flow with everything else they have to offer. And this guy, overall, I'm not a massive fan of his smashing move. It's still good, and it'll get me through levels, but it's not my most favorite thing to use for a bruiser, at least. This guy's my go-to, and I do really like his long range move. He has a move where you can just spam projectiles out of his T-Rexian hand, if you want to call it that. So overall, he's got a really great moveset. It's gonna put him in an easy A tier, but overall, I'm gonna use Crusher for a bruiser. That's just me though. Overall, these two guys are really great, and he, again, is very clearly an A tier. Nothing about him is B tier or anything like that. He is A tier for sure, and he might be up in S tier, but we'll see. Jetvac. This guy is really interesting. He's pretty iconic. Overall, I don't think he is a very amazing Skylander. He's definitely good. Overall, I have to say his main move where he shoots the wind is good, but I don't love how his Jetvac move is so limited by the stamina. No other Skylander has stamina limitations when it comes to flying. And I guess it makes sense for him. He has a move where he can suck all the air back, but dedicating one move slot to sucking in air to be able to use your other move slot is kind of... Because the problem is that move slot doesn't do much. It sucks stuff in, but what good does that do? Like, it sucks air in, it sucks surrounding stuff in, but... I mean, it's an interesting move, but he has one move slot dedicated to basically being able to use another one, which I don't like. So, overall, I'm using this guy purely for the satisfaction of just shooting air at my enemies at a rapid pace, and it is satisfying to use. It is very satisfactory, I will say. He's very fun to use. He's a smooth Skylander. All of his moves really do roll well together, but that one gripe of him having that one move issue, I just don't love it. And I wish his main jetpack flying move lasted a bit longer. Because overall, it just kind of... Like, I understand, like I said, giving it a time limit, but make it a little bit longer, because there's no sense in using his move when you can just throw on T-Rex and go equally as fast for as long as you want, basically. Like, that's annoying. I'm putting this guy in a B tier, just above Hot Dog. I think he's slightly better to use than Hot Dog, but overall he's good. And his design's cool too. Swarm! I love Swarm. This guy's great. He's interesting. He is, I think, the first bug Skylander, right? I don't even know what you'd call Wrecking Ball. I guess he's the first bug Skylander. I don't even know what Wrecking Ball is, but he is really interesting. I like his color palette a lot. His design, it's very easy on the eyes. It's fun to look at. It's well-rounded. Everything about it's good. The main focus of this guy is the fact that he can turn into a swarm of bees and wasps, and that's awesome. They do a lot of damage. That move is really clutch a lot of the time. It can get you very far, very far. And his main move where he slashes with his blades is really fun to use. It's smooth, it's well done, it's not clunky, and he has a move where he flies a little bit with his little wings. And overall, he's very fun to use and smooth. I do think his moves overall are probably about as equal as T-Rex. I think his Wasp move is better than a lot of other moves we have. I think he's slightly better than T-Rex. Slightly. But not by a whole lot. I think his design's really good. But I'm using him mainly for his Wasp move. Even though I do like his slashing move, his Wasp move really stands out. It really does. Next up is Pop Fizz. Pop Fizz is super, super fun. An amazing core Skylander. I think he's one of my favorites. I think he's S tier. Overall, his moves are not as great as maybe his moves, but everything else about him just shines so bright. I have to put him in S tier. His design, first of all, is amazing. He encapsulates magic so well. He looks like a little magic guy. And that's really important to me because the first game, I feel like Spyro and Wrecking Ball had nothing to do with magic. And I want my Magic Skylanders to feel magical. And this guy has a magic element to him. He mixes science with magic, which is really interesting to merge those two things together to create something. But it works so well. His main move where he throws the potions is super fun and smooth to use. It's satisfying. That's one thing I love about these Skylanders is their moves are satisfying to use. A lot of them are. He has a move where he shakes up a bottle, drinks it, turns into a big angry guy, goes from a long range to a bruiser. It's so fun just to go rampant with angry Pop Fizz. And overall, his moves are so fun. And I'm always going to put this guy on just to mow down enemies after I go haywire mode, after drinking a potion. Like, it's a no-brainer for me. I love Pop Fizz. Again, overall, these guys might have a better, more effective moveset, but this guy's just great. What can I say? Alright, we have Knight Rider, or Fright Rider, whatever his name is, man, I don't know, but I used him a lot as a kid. Is he the only Skylander who rides a living entity? He might be. There aren't many Skylanders who ride things. Of course, we have the guy in Swap Force, the Sonic guy, who rides the little rocket. I forgot his name, man. I forgot. I like him a lot because the voice of Sonic voices him. But yeah, anyway, back to this. This guy is interesting. He definitely fits the undead really well, and that's important. Undead is my favorite. It's my favorite overall element for Skylanders. I'm a massive fan of it. Undead's just the coolest thing in my opinion, and they nail every undead Skylander in this game, it feels like. Like the first game, the second game, yes! Thank you very much. I'm a happy man. But anyway, I like the fact that he merges his moves with the Ostrich's moves. The Ostrich is good for mobility because he has a move where he can go super fast, where he can charge with his, like, doing a lance thingy. So this guy has the lance move, then there's a move where he can go underground, or he pops his head underground, moves it super fast, and then he kind of shoots over to that area. That's good for mobility. And overall, he has a couple of smooth moves and a great design, and I think that is good for a low A tier. Actually, maybe a high B tier. I think this guy's going to be the highest of the B tiers, probably. His moves aren't my most favorite in terms of damage, but they're very smooth. His design's awesome, and the uniqueness of him is just great. I think he's got great uniqueness. As a kid, I used him so much, but as an adult, I don't really use him very much. I have my very select favorites, and I throw this guy on occasionally, but not a whole lot. But he definitely is a good Skylander. I mean, B is still good. B is above average by a pretty good margin. Like, if I had to do a letter or a number ranking, C is like 5 to 6. B is like 7.5 to 8. A is like an 8.5 to a 9.5. S is a 10. Next up, Eyebrawl. I love Eyebrawl. Eyebrawl is amazing. As a kid, he was my favorite, or one of my favorite giants. Not my favorite. One of my favorite giants. For a good reason. This guy's awesome. He has a move where he detaches his eye, and it shoots lasers. And then he's flailing around, flailing about, trying to get his eyeball back. And it's just so satisfying to use that move. It's unique too. Like a detachable head, which is just an eye, shooting lasers. This guy's a bruiser, so he punches just like, well, actually, nobody else punches quite like him. He's pretty unique in that aspect. So he is like the main puncher of the giants. This guy's like a smasher. This guy's a crusher. This guy's a slasher. This guy is a puncher. He punches. Does a lot of damage. He has one move where he brings up baby eyeball brothers from the ground. It's decent. I don't use that move very much. I'm putting this guy on just to have some fun with the eyeball lasers. Like, I'm just saying. Overall, I think this guy is a pretty great Skylander. I'm going to use this guy a lot. I'm going to have to put this guy in S tier. Oh, S tier. It's quite close between these two. His design, again, he fits so well into the undead. Like, he screams undead warrior. Like, amazing. I love it. Next is Flashwing. Now, Flashwing is good. The only dragon, which is surprising from this roster because the previous game had like 17,000 dragons and only one in this one, which is weird. So, hey, I like me a dragon. She has an amazing design. One of the best. A beautiful color palette. Now, color palette's very important with these Skylanders because if they're not fun to look at, they're not fun to use. They might have a great moveset, but if they're not easy on the eyes, you're not going to want to use them. They have to be good moveset-wise and good for your eyes. Flashwing has one of the best designs in all of this game. She has just incredible well-rounded designs with smooth sides, pointy sides, because she's got like the gems and stuff. Amazing coloration. Very nice lavender purple with some white and some blue. Yes, her moves are pretty good. Now, you can consider her a bit of a spammer, but she's not great as a spammer. You want to put on a spammer, put on Trigger Happy, put on Drobot, you know, those are some of the best spammers. Overall, she's not the best spammer, but she has interesting moves. I like her crystal move where she shoots it. I'm trying to remember her moves. I just played with her yesterday and I forgot what she does already. I played Giants for the first time in a long time yesterday. I got my Xbox 360 working, my old one, and I was playing, and I noticed she was not the smoothest to use. She didn't get the job done very fast. Overall, she's going to be a high B tier for me. She has fun moves and an amazing design, so probably the highest of B tiers if I had to make a guesstimate as to where she's going to remain. So yeah. Overall, she has one of the best designs. 10 out of 10 designs. Moveset, it's not the most amazing, but it's still good. I can't remember a lot of it, but I know the basics. So she's going right there. Chill. Ooh, immediate C tier for Chill. She's good, but she's not great. And she's definitely on the more mid side of things. If there was one Skylander I had to call fluff, it would be her. She doesn't have any, like, movement buffs or mobile moves, but she has a pretty decent average speed. So, her big problem is her moves. Her design's also kind of okay. It's easy on the eyes, but I don't like human Skylanders. It's like, I don't know. Human Skylanders are weird. I don't know. Her moves low-key suck, dude. Like, I'm not gonna lie. They're not as bad as Sunburn's moves or Sonic Boom's moves in any aspect. But, man, her moves are just so underwhelming. Her main move where she slashes with ice is okay. It's not that bad. But her ice wall move, it's not good until you unlock another move, which is only good for using that move. So again, another problem that like Jetpack, like she shares the same issue that he has, where she has one move that you can only really use with another one or by using another one. Her other move, which you unlock, is like a thing where you bump and you can use it to bump your ice wall and make it go flying. That's a cool concept, but again, I don't like moves that rely on other moves to be used. Without that bumping, the ice wall is pretty useless. It doesn't do much. It kind of like blocks enemies if you do it in a specific way, but you don't have time to do that when you're fighting. Like just kill them, you know? I tried using her for a whole level and she was just kind of boring. She's not a very great Skylander, but she's definitely not horrible. I'm gonna put her in mid. C tier. That's all I have to say about her is her moves could have been so much better, but overall just missed the mark. I'm sorry, Chill. Both design and moveset kind of fall flat for me on her, but she definitely is not bad. She's mid. Next up is Shroom Boom. He's satisfying to use. He's fun to use. I like his main move where he shoots watermelons. That's camo. Where he shoots mushrooms and The sound it makes is the most amazing thing to ever grace my ears. It's like the bang. It's so good. And then the squishiness of the mushrooms just flopping and bouncing around on the ground. It's so satisfying. He's one of those satisfying ones. And even though his moves aren't even that great, he's just so fun to use. Like, I like the way he moves too. The way he moves is so satisfying. He's squishing and hopping around. It's so squishy. He's so fun. And I don't really use his move where he turns mushrooms into gliders. I don't use his move where he surrounds himself with mushrooms. I use him for the fun of flopping mushrooms around. And for that, he's getting an A tier. He genuinely does not have a good moveset, but how can you hate this man? Most of my love for him comes from the fact that he is a squishy mushroom, silly fellow, and that's where he's gonna be. If it wasn't so amazing, if his design wasn't so amazing, he'd be like down here, but he's gotta be right here. Sprocket. Okay, Sprocket's good. Sprocket, as a kid, I didn't use her very much. Again, like the humanoid thing. At least she isn't like a total human, like freaking chill here. She's got like a golden skin thing going on. Her main wrench move is pretty freaking smooth, bro. It's fast, it's smooth, it's swagger. It's amazing. Boom! In the words of Flynn. I love it. I love that move. It's so good. I don't really use her turret move very much. If I'm going for a turret lander, I'm throwing on Trigger Happy. Like, I understand the concept. She's also very tech, by the way. She fits tech so well, and I'm always going to praise her for that. So she's overall going to go in a B tier, probably above Hot Doggity Dog for me. And probably above Jetpack too. Overall, I think she's very well-rounded. Her mine attack is pretty good too. Her mines are really good. Though her moveset might not be as amazing as the other ones, she has a pretty solid moveset. Her mines, like I said, are pretty good, but they are not as great as some of the other moves, so I can't put her too high. And her design, while very tech-oriented, is not my most favorite. That haircut, it annoys me. It's like the freaking, the Edna Mode haircut, bruh. Like the guy who sells air. Like, that's the haircut. And the Lord Farquaad haircut. I can't do it. Other than that, pretty fantastically awesome. And that's going to be a B tier for me. So pretty solid. Next up, Ninjini. Now, a lot of people don't like Ninjini. I don't freaking get it. Ninjini's awesome, bruh. Ninjini's freaking cool. She has a move where she turns into a little genie bottle and hops around and shoots stuff. People hate that move. I love it. I don't know. I think it's fun. I like it. Amazing. It's not like the most tactically amazing move, but it's just fun to use that. You know? Turn into a bottle, shoot some projectiles from the top, confuse your enemies, pop out and slash them, you know? Her slasher moves are great. She's got the best swords, bro. And she has like a sphere move where she makes magic spheres. Again, she fits magic super well, like she should. A genie ninja is great. So she's like stealth elf, but like a genie. And I love that. She's gonna be going in S tier for me. One of the sleeper picks and one of my hot takes, I think. A lot of people won't agree with that, but that's okay. You know, it's all about what you like, and that's what I like. And her design is amazing. Like, what a great design, too. I'm always going to be a fan of that design. One of the best designs for a giant. Next up is Thumpback. What a great Skylander. Overall, I think the range of his main hook move is good, but sometimes it can be the death of you. Like, if you're not using it correctly, you can avoid all of your enemies on accident by just going around them with your hook, because the hook has a lot of range. So if you're not positioned right, you're going to go right past them, and it's not going to do anything. But if you do position yourself right, that move is lethal. It's lethal. He also has a move where he goes on his back and kind of like moves on a wave, sort of. And that move's great because every giant needs a great mobility move. Not all of them have that. So the fact that he has one is going to be great for him. And overall, his design's cool. I love when a water Skylander is like fish or sea creature themed. That's always going to make it fit the water super well. Like a walking whale is amazing and a great choice for a water Skylander, specifically a giant. And he also has one move where he shoots water out of his mouth at a rapid pace with like fish and like starfish. And it's really fun to use that move. You can just mow down enemies with that move. It's super helpful. Overall, what an amazingly great Skylander. He's going to be very close to Crusher for me. Crusher's always going to be very high because he's so great. High damage, smooth. But this guy is great. The one thing holding him back, though, is the fact that you can miss a lot of your enemies with that hook move. It has a long range, and sometimes a long range isn't great if you're not getting enough surface area. So you can miss this much of a gap between your enemies, and that's sometimes pretty annoying to deal with. But overall, he's a pretty great Skylander. Nothing bad to say about him. Amazing design. Next up is Bouncer. Bouncer is really good. As a kid, I used him a lot. He is going to go on the low end of A tier for me, I think. He's kind of like trigger happy. He like spams like balls of plasma or something. I don't know. I don't know what he spams. But if I'm going for a spammer, I'm going for trigger happy. I like the fact that he is a robot on a wheel. That's very tech of him, very techy of him, very good. His design's amazing. One of the best for the Giants. And I think, actually, you know what? Yeah. Now thinking about it, he's got to go above T-Rex because I love the move where he does a laser, where he does like a zoom, and then you can laser anything in your way. It's fun to use that. It leaves behind a little trail, and it's so fun to use that. And he has one move where he can send projectiles and bombs down from the sky. You actually get to choose where it lands. That's fun. Now, you might not always have time to use that to its best of its ability, but if you do have time to use it, it's super helpful, and it's fun too. And I might have to put him above Swarm as well. You know, I put this guy on the low end first, and now he's up at the high end. I just needed to think about, you know, his moves, and again, seeing them all up next to each other, you're going to realize who you like more than the other people. And I like this guy a little bit more. Overall, Bouncer's good. He's got a lot to him. His design's amazing, and he's great in tech. So yeah, good moves, good design, great Skylander. The best for last, Hothead. What a great Skylander overall. As a kid, I loved him. As an adult, I can truly understand how great he is. He's like a big eruptor. His design is incredible. So well done. He has like a lava thing where he shoots lava from his hands. Instead of balls like a eruptor, he shoots a stream of lava and it spreads wherever you move. And it's so good. So good. He has a move where he shoots tar, which is fun to use. And tar is always fun. It's satisfying because it's like real smooth and squishy. And he has one move where he makes a hot sun with lava rain at the same time. So while you're vulnerable making that sun, there's lava coming down which damages anything that comes in it, which means you're making up for your vulnerability while you're making the most overpowered move known to man. When you finish your sun and throw it, it does 100 damage. It one-shots anything. And that move is so amazing, but what tops it off is he can turn into a motorcycle. He just ups and turns into a lava motorcycle. His body is a motorcycle. It's so fun to use that move because, again, I'm always going to glaze the Skylander with mobility moves. This guy has everything. He has great surface area with his move. It reaches and it's also a nice stream, so anything inside of the range is going to get hit. Unlike with him, you have to be in the perfect spot. You can be anywhere. You're going to hit anything if you're moving around because it spreads very well. And the tar move is just another cherry on top. And then his sun move is always going to be great. He's a giant, so he can take a lot of damage. And he has the rain, which is defending him. So if you can get that sun, you can take down a massive load of enemies in one hit. And then you can go drive off into the sunset as a lava motorcycle. Overall, it's so clear who the best one is for me. Nothing bad about this guy. Nothing. He has everything. He's perfectly rounded. So yeah, this is my overall list. So what I got for my B tier, I only have one in C tier. That's how you know how good this game is. Only one in C tier. None of them are worse than C. Everything else is good, great, amazing, or perfect. And I love it. Boom! Perfect. So fire. I love this game so much. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you agree, disagree? Let me know. Comment your tier list in the comments as well. Make a list, make a ranking. Let me know what else you want to see. I'm doing Swap Force after this whenever I get to it. But yeah, thanks for watching this. And I am going to be bringing back Skylanders content on my channel. I've always wanted to do it. And I'm going to get a capture card for my 360. So I'm going to be doing a Skylanders Spyro's Adventure playthrough as soon as possible. It might take a couple of months, but I'm going to get there. I'm going to do one where I play through all the way normally. I'm going to do one where I play through only with Zook. He's my favorite, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do Giants and Swamp Ports and everything else after that. Whew, a lot of stuff that I have to do, but I want to do a lot of Skylanders content on my channel, as well as FNAF and Digital Circus stuff. So many things I have planned, but thank you guys so much for watching this. If you liked it, leave a like, share it, show it to your friends who like Skylanders. Let's keep the content alive. Let's keep Skylanders alive in the Big 26. This is how you do it. Thank you guys so much. See you guys. Peace.